right, so we're live. I hope sales are up and all is well. So today's Thursday. We're getting closer to the end of the week, and I was just having some thoughts today about what some of our local businesses are doing to market themselves during uncertain times. And I thought that maybe we could just jump on and have a conversation about it today. I was going to do pre-recorded, but sometimes live is just better. Pre-recorded, you can get caught up in being perfect, and so I kind of like live better. I think things can happen, and that's okay. So let's see. Looks like we got somebody on already. That's awesome. So if you guys are on with me, please jump in the comments and tell me who you are, and just throw up a hand, like a high five or a thumbs up, or just say, hey, what's up, Jeff, or whatever you want to say, just so I know who I'm talking to. It really helps me to just kind of, develop what I'm saying better so that it makes more sense to who's watching. Maureen, awesome. Cool. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. So yeah, like I said, everybody knows we're living in uncertain times, and so during uncertain times, there's a lot of things that are, kind of up in the air, and one of them has been marketing. Awesome, Maureen. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate it. I hope that I can provide you some value today, and I hope that maybe you were able to take action on some of the items we discussed last week. So, if so, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. But anyway, yeah. So I think that local businesses this past year have been, their hand has been forced to really try to get creative in their marketing and really make their marketing dollars work, really hard. And so it's just kind of, what can you do as a business to stay at the top of mind, during uncertain times? And that's what social media is so great for, because content marketing is actually free. You can do a lot with content marketing without having to do any paid promotion. That's going to help your business stay at the top of the mind of all of the potential customers that are out there. And so, now is really a great time to double down on your content marketing efforts in any business that you're in. It doesn't matter really whether you're a plumber, if you're an HVAC technician, if you sell jewelry, if you sell CBD products, if you're selling whatever the case might be. Now is a great time to really go all in on your content so that you're at the top of mind. And whenever things level out again and we go back to some sort of a glimpse of a normal existence, you're going to be at the top of the mind. You're not going to be that guy or that girl who disappeared for 6 months and nobody knew what happened to your business, and they were uncertain if you went out of business or how COVID affected you. No, you want to be the person that stayed consistent and stayed with your consumers and your customers and your followers all the way through this whole thing. And you're going to come out on the other side in a much better position, because people are going to have had that opportunity to connect with you, and you'll have had that opportunity to, deepen your relationship with all of your potential customers and clients. And, at the core of sales is really about relationships. So if you're not in the business of making relationships, you're going to struggle with sales. So I'm just kind of looking at some of my notes. So yeah, so some of the things I've been seeing people do is I've been seeing people launch podcasts, and podcasts are really cool because a lot of times, if you're launching a podcast, people can get caught up in, what do I talk about? And it's just, talk about your products, talk about the benefits that your products have, and talk about case studies, talk about incidences where somebody bought your product and used it and it actually did something for them. There's tons of things you could talk about on a podcast, and podcasts are awesome because it's uninterrupted, long form content, which I love personally. And, I'm not the only one. And not only that, but you can actually, here's the thing about podcasts that I love so much, is that you can rip 10 pieces of content from one podcast. And I'll tell you what I mean. So let's say you and I sit down and we do, a conversation, a 20-minute conversation about, Maureen was on earlier. She sells CBD products, so I'll just use her as an example. Maureen and I jumped on a podcast and we talked for 20 minutes about CBD products, my experiences with them, her experiences with them, and, et cetera. So throughout the course of that 20-minute conversation that we had, I am certain that there's probably at least one or two really awesome one-liners that were said, that could be useful in creating, maybe Instagram images with her and her product, and, a quote about the product that was ripped from the podcast. So that's a piece of content that you could use for Instagram. Or, maybe there was a short clip, maybe it's a 30-second clip of me testifying about the fact that I use this product and this is exactly what it did for me. There's the 30-second clip that was really powerful, really profound. I can take that and repurpose that as a little, snippet for what other platform I'm using. Maybe it's Facebook. I want to put a little quick video on Facebook from the podcast, a little teaser video. And then I can also do video of the podcast and upload that to YouTube. So as you can see, podcasts. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Thank you, Maureen. I appreciate you being on with me today. So of course podcasts are awesome because, you're doing something one time and then that one thing you did generated several pieces of content. So it really helps you. And if you're thinking about, doubling down with all the content that you're putting out, a podcast is a great thing to add to your mix. So another thing that I've been seeing people do, and actually, I mean, it's kind of like something that I'm doing too, is to show up as often as you can on video, on your social media, whatever that is. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, if you're on YouTube, and provide helpful content to your followers about, products and services that you work with on a daily basis. So in the case of me, I come on, 2 to 3 times a week, and I try to provide value to anybody that's willing to accept it about digital marketing tactics, tools, and strategies that you can use in your business to increase sales. And that's what I can do to provide value, right? But that's just my thing. Great idea. Yeah, exactly. You could that's the thing is leveraging your colleagues is perfect because then you also get their input and then you can leverage their following as well. When you're kind of cross promoting with others, you can really start amplifying your message, and that works really well. Great comment, Maureen. Thank you for putting that in there. Okay, so so this is kind of a cool example. I was looking at this today. So Disney has, as everybody knows, Disneyland has been closed and nobody's been able to go to Disneyland, and that's a huge thing, right? For anybody out there that has kids or just loves Disney in general, nobody's been able to go to Disneyland. And one of the things that I really enjoyed last time we were at Disneyland was the beignets, the little the little desserts. They're called beignets. I don't know. They're awesome, and I guess they're like a big deal at Disneyland. They're really popular and famous. Well, they did social media videos on their Facebook page about like recipes, like how to make these at home, so that yes, you can't come to Disneyland right now, but you can still make these awesome things that we do in our park at home with your family. So it's awesome because they're getting people engaged with their brand. And then at the same time, they're giving people and anybody that follows them something fun that they can do at home to change up the routine, right? That's the one thing about this lockdown too, is that it's gotten into a really repetitive routine. That's it's like the same thing in and out. Well, this is cool because this gives you an opportunity to do something fun, change it up, and at the same time, it's you're making Disneyland's beignets. So there's the brand awareness factor that's coming into play there. I thought it was a pretty cool example of getting creative in ways to engage your followers and to keep them engaged with your brand. Whether or not you can generate that into a sale, there's a brand awareness factor that needs to be thought of and considered right there. So another thing I thought was interesting was I've seen restaurants doing is, now again, this is just an example. I'm using food as an example, but take these ideas and think about how it can be used in your business, because it's not just limited to food, and those aren't the only businesses that can get creative and in marketing their business with these ideas. So another one was a food chain, and they did a weekly. It was really cool. They started doing a weekly cooking class on Instagram once a week. I think it was Sunday night. And so they have the whole week to promote it, right? So all week they're putting out content. They created a live event, and I think that they probably paid money to boost the event to get people to keep it at the top of their mind, so that they know on Sunday, we have this cooking class with, Jeff's Pizza Parlor down on Main Street, and we're gonna cook a pizza together as a family. And then they even made kits to go along with the class. So so what they did was they created this entire 30-minute presentation of how to prepare the food that they sell inside their restaurant. At the same time, they sold kits. They pre-sold kits that you could go in and buy, bring home, keep it in your refrigerator, and then Sunday night get it out, get the family out, and then you guys all can tune in to the cooking class with the business owner and make the food together in your home kitchen. I thought that was really awesome. Oh, hey, how's it going? Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. We're just talking about creative ways that businesses can market their businesses during uncertain times. So I just gave kind of a couple of examples of that. I thought it was pretty interesting. And with all these different things that you can do, like whether you're not you set up a cooking class, or maybe it's a product demonstration. Maybe once a week you go on and you demonstrate a product that you sell, and you show how it works. Or it could be like an unboxing video of one of your products, so customers know what to expect if they were to order one of your products. I mean, there's tons of different ways that you can get creative with doing video, weekly video. And I say weekly because consistency is going to be the key to doubling down on all this stuff. So many people will post something every once in a while, and that's not the way you want to do it. You want to stay consistent so that you stay at top of mind. That's the whole game with social media, is using it to stay at the top of mind of everybody out there that's interested in the products and services that you offer. So I just want to say first, I appreciate everybody that's jumping on with me today and staying with me this far into my video. Love all you guys, and I appreciate you guys jumping on, and I hope I'm providing value to you guys. So anyways, a real big key takeaway from these things that you can do is that each one of these things that you're implementing, you can set it up into a way to where, like, for instance, if people are signing up for a cooking class for a restaurant, they can get signed up by submitting an email and a phone number so that they can be notified. Or like there's different ways where you can set it up to where you're capturing customer information, and the information. One of the key pieces of information you're going to want to get is the email address, and you want to get those email addresses so that you could remarket to them later, right? And the really and I kind of segued that into email marketing. Consistency is the key to recurring theme for me. Yep. Consistency. Marine, you're hearing the right stuff. I'm telling you, if you can implement a consistent content strategy for your business, it won't happen immediately, but over time, you're going to see huge benefits from it. Because everybody's a media company now, right? I mean, with social media and how prevalent it is in our culture, everybody needs to really focus on the media side of their business too. So jumping back onto the idea of capturing emails are so important. So you can do all these things in an effort to capture your customers' emails. And creating an email list is probably one of the most important things you can do as a business in 2020 and moving forward, because that email list, the list of people that you have there, that's an asset that you own, right? And so if Facebook went away tomorrow, if Twitter was shut down tomorrow, if all of the social media platforms were to be dismissed tomorrow, you would still have a list of all of your customers that you can email and market to them there. And believe me, if social media went away, email marketing would become the most effective way to reach people. So really focus on building an email list as a business, and think of different ways that you can capture that information in exchange for providing value to these people. And sorry, I'm getting a lot of notifications right here. So I'll give you an example of how I leverage that in my business. I have an ebook that I offer on my Facebook, on my Facebook page and on my website. You can go in and download a free ebook that I created. That's tips for marketing your business on Facebook. And it has all my top tips for 2020 for marketing your business on Facebook. And you go to my website or my Facebook page, and if you give me your email name or your email address and your name, you'll get that sent to your inbox immediately. And it's just a small way that I can provide value in exchange for an email. And when you give me your email, you're opting into my email list. And by opting into my email list, I'll be sending you more value and more information. So that's kind of how I do it. But I think that local businesses can actually take a page out of the online business book on that front, because there's ways that you can do things like that too. You can offer, it's called a lead magnet. I'm sure there's lead magnets that you can create in your business to offer in an exchange for email addresses and things. So this is awesome. I got some people on with me today. So if you haven't already said hi, please jump in the comments and say hi so I know who I'm talking with. Maureen Doherty at AOL.com. Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Maureen. I appreciate that. That's really cool. Jump over to my Facebook page, you're on my Facebook page obviously right now, but after the broadcast, click my profile pic or my cover photo, and there's a link in there. You can download the ebook and just jump in there and get it. And let me know how you liked it. I created it just for the sole purpose of trying to provide value to people. So I think that you could probably get a lot out of it. I'm actually in the process of creating a new one as well. So that'll be really cool. Does anybody have any questions? I love doing this for taking questions too, because a lot of times, like I said, I say it in every broadcast, but I'll go ahead and say it again. Like a lot of times people might have questions that they don't, they might be apprehensive to ask, but by getting the question out there, it helps you, helps me, and then it also helps others. So it's actually kind of a win-win by just posting a question. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop it in there and I'll get to it as soon as I can see it on my end. So that's kind of really what I wanted to say. So people are going on social media right now to see what businesses are up to, right? So like on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, people are going there to see what businesses are up to. And if your business is not there, you're missing a huge opportunity. You're missing a massive opportunity in staying at the top of mind of all your potential customers. And like I said, when we come out of this crisis, we're going to get back to business as usual. And whenever that happens, I really feel like it's the businesses that took the time right now to double down on their content, which are the ones that are going to be light years ahead of the game when we come out of this thing. Because not only that, but by doubling down on your content now, you're creating a system for yourself and your business. Excuse me. And that system is going to live on past this crisis into years to come. And when you can get that system in place, it's going to make it so the downtime that you might have right now, use that to create that system of publishing content regularly. And then once we come out of this crisis, you're going to be a content machine, and it's going to oh, hey Joski, how's it going, brother? It's going to really just help you in the long run to focus on the content side of your business, because as the years go on, more and more and more, that's going to be how products and services are sold. It's going to be through the use of creative content on social media. So that's that. There's one other cool thing I kind of wanted to share before I jump off the stream today. I kind of went over everything I wanted to go over, but my last stream, I mentioned TikTok, and I've mentioned it in a couple of my videos, but there was a recent video that surfaced on TikTok, and it was this guy, and he was on a skateboard drinking Ocean Spray cranberry juice, singing or lip singing to a Fleetwood Mac song. It was really funny, and it went viral, and it was really cool because, he posted that video, and I don't know if he expected what was going to happen. I'm sure he didn't, because who could expect that? But, Ocean Spray reached out to them. I think that they bought him a car. He got tons of money because, think about it, like he created that one video, and it got millions and millions of views, and that's millions and millions of eyeballs on the brand Ocean Spray that was in that video. So, I mean, that's worth its weight in gold for them. So they gave him all this stuff. Well, one of my favorite bands I had noticed this morning, Stick Figure, a reggae band, they posted a video on their Facebook page, and it was the same guy doing a video of him doing the same thing with the driving the skateboard, drinking that cranberry juice, but he was lip syncing their song. And so there's no doubt about it that they paid him to do that. And what they were doing is they were, that's a perfect example of what I said last week was like leveraging current trends and stuff like that to capitalize on increasing your engagement. So that's a really trendy video, hot at the moment, and they jumped on it and had him do it for their business or for their band. And I saw the video had like 600 comments. It had several thousands of shares, and their normal posts on their page don't have anything near that. So I just thought it was really interesting, and it was kind of a cool example of what I was saying last week, was to leverage the existing trends and create content around that. And when you do it right, it can pay off in dividends. So that's awesome. Daryl says, how many times should a business email their email list? Does it become annoying at any point when sending multiple emails or offers, or do you consider those who are subscribed already locked into your product? That's an awesome question, Daryl. And yeah, dude, I mean, I probably wouldn't recommend emailing somebody more than twice a week. Even that might be even a lot. A lot of businesses just send one out a month. I don't know if that's effective or not, but if your email though, but think about this for a second. if your email is providing true value without expecting anything in return, then if people opted in to receive information from you, I don't know if that's going to become like, I don't know if it's going to become something that's going to be annoying to them. But I mean, obviously, if you did it every day, or that would be different. But I think one to two times a week is probably standard, and I would recommend that. Anything over that might be a little out there and might be a little too forward. But like I said, if when you email your list, you're going to want to provide value to these people. You don't want to just spam them and ask for the sale. You know what I mean? It's like it's like you want to provide value, and then ask for the sale. So like Gary Vaynerchuk, okay, anybody that follows any kind of digital marketing at all is going to know who Gary V is. He's the guy that cusses all the time. He's a New Yorker. He says all F this, F that. But what he said, but he's such a brilliant marketer, right? That's why he became so popular, is because he does all these speeches, and his marketing advice is it's like it's like nothing else out there. But that's what he says. He says his whole thing is jab, jab, hook. And so the jab being providing value to your list. So you want to provide value. So if you're fighting, you're going to jab, 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 set up the hook with jabs. And so the jabs are providing value. The hook is asking for the sale. So yeah, man, that's all to say. Do it once or twice a week. Kind of went on a little rant there. So I don't know. I guess that's it. I don't really have much more else to say. I appreciate everybody staying with me this long until the end. Any additional questions, please drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from them, and I will get to them as soon as I see them on my end. I can't wait to go back and love all these comments. I just really appreciate everybody jumping on and hearing my message and what I'm trying to share with you guys. I'm just trying to help. So that's that. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe to our channel. If you're watching this on Facebook and you haven't already liked our page, please like and share. We really appreciate it. So you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys all on the next video.